So before we get too carried away, I've just been looking at the fit of this door, and I guess while the shell's as loose as it's going to be, I just want to check. So I've risen it up a bit here, slackened the nuts off, jacked it up a little bit, moved the latch down, and now we're getting, this is even now, which it wasn't before. It's going out a bit bigger here, but nothing to worry about. So that's that. Anyway, okay, so first proper test fit of the repair panel, and it's all going okay. I think the next thing for me to do is to mark this line on the original floor. What I'm planning to do is to make that a fold line on the original floor, and to joddle the original floor down. That gets the new floor down and flush there, because I fully intend to just spot weld this side and then run a seam on the underside in behind this groove, because I just don't want to be spending hours and hours grinding all my weld back off just to make it look pretty. So if we can get this flush, smear of whatever and cosmetic paintwork, just so when you pull the carpet up it all looks factory. Here I spent ages trying to decide what to do, because as you're probably aware, these profiles are completely different. The factory one comes along here and basically falls off a cliff. These repair panels and restoration panels is more like a ski slope. So I'm going to joddle it, I think, as far as I can, and then probably zip cut along here and butt weld. And if I need to slice that and tap that back and then fill the hole, I'm happy to do that. But I just thought, you know, I'd try and make a bit of effort as I've gone to this trouble. So before I can go ahead and put the floor in, I've had to replace this piece of the toe board, and this is all basically unnecessary work, because the guy before, instead of chopping the floor pan here and then unpicking it off the toe board, he's made a common mistake, I would imagine, and he's chopped, you know, right up to, you see the line of the panel, and then come along and back out. So you just want to watch, if you're chopping out panels on a Mini for the first time, that you're not cutting into another section of the vehicle that you're going to later need. So anyway, I've put that piece back in. Also, by putting this flitch repair panel on the other side, you can see how much is missing through rust. So I'm going to have to, I'll probably actually use this panel and I'll make it into a repair panel for that section. So there's a bit more work. So I've been chopping too. I've got a jacking point for this side and a pocket closing panel. So I've got everything I need to complete this side. Now I know there's more than one way to do any of these jobs, but I certainly wouldn't advise either to chop this much out before you start putting something back in. You know, start with the doorstep first if you like, and change that. But I certainly wouldn't I wouldn't cut the floor out like the previous guy did and the doorstep, for the simple reason that you lose your reference points of where the inner sill, you know, should come up to. Now I have managed to work it out by looking at the other side, and by matching up, there's a little bit of original factory weld here, and also by using a pair of dividers. These are set to this distance on the car, and that is absolutely spot on. So I know that if I put the top of this repair panel to the same positions where the original used to be, I'm good. But you got to be careful, because for example, this repair panel is fine, but if we look at this one, it's way short. So that's something you need to watch. I picked this up from Dave Jaguar, aka Classic Car Cave. He had the same problem, and this is what I mean by reference points, because if you were to use that in any shape or form, and you were thinking that the top of that repair panel was where it should be, and then you weld your doorstep to it, you know, you're going to be in a world of pain. So it's just a matter of keeping your wits about you on these cars. They perhaps a little more complicated than you might first think. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.